Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the God Sword in Minecraft 1.16 Nether update before Caves and Cliffs, which is probably going to introduce another enchantment. I have actually no clue. But otherwise, I'm going to be going over the stuff when that update comes out. I'm going to show you guys how to get the God Sword, and without further whatever. Let's get right into it. So, first thing you're gonna need is the best sword. Now, how to make that? I told you guys this last video. You take the sword or pickaxe or whatever, and you put a netherite ingot to make a netherite version in a smithing table, and then you can use the enchantment table, but I'm not gonna be using this because it just take way too long to get the enchantments. So I'm gonna be showing you guys all the enchantments through. So. The netherite sword by itself does 8 attack damage. I don't really know what else to say, it just does 8 attack damage. So, with probably the best enchant, other than Mending and Unbreaking on this, it's nope, wait. It's Sharpness 5, which increases it from 8 attack damage to 14. So, it almost doubles it. And the reason why Sharpness 5 is really good is because on every single mob, it does extra attack damage on them. And it just basically, Sharpness is an enchantment for a sword that can be applied to swords and axes, actually. And it is one of the most useful enchants in the game. Sharpness makes the weapon do extra damage. And Sharpness in Bedrock Edition adds a 1.25 extra damage multiplier for each level. So it turns it 8 to 14 attack damage. That's really good. So yeah, that's Sharpness. I can't put it in any better way. I just had to think there for a minute. Now, one of the more annoying, because for certain reasons, mob farming, and well, not mob farming, but like if you're trying to kill certain things or whatever, it's a little bit annoying, but it's also very useful. It's Knockback 2. So basically, if I just get a regular old netherite sword, and I spawn in a creeper. Okay, so from this block, I'm on peaceful. Fuck me. Give me a second. What was the difficulty? Easy. Boom. Boom. So creeper goes from here. So it moves 2 blocks, okay? With this, it moves it double, approximately double the amount. So it knockback, all it does is it's an enchantment for, I think, only swords, and it adds 3 blocks to the base knockback. However, each enchant and sprint related knockbacks do not combine to make a stronger knockback. Knockback can be applied to an axe, and the enchantment is useful for fighting creepers mainly because the explosions, but useless when fighting skeletons, mainly due to the fact that they have a bow and arrow. And it can have up to power level of 2, and Sharpness, forgot to say, can have up to a power level of 5. Now, for probably one of the most useful enchants in the game is Looting 3. Now, if you guys don't know what Looting 3 is, basically, let me get my dummy sword, and I'm going to kill 2 creepers with the dummy sword. Okay? I got 3 gunpowder from that. Now, that's not what I meant to do. Just gonna... And now, let's use the Looting 3 sword. Now, it's gonna be a little bit more annoying. Now, I didn't get any gunpowder from that one, but as you can see, I got 2 gunpowder, so I almost got the same amount of gunpowder from 1 creeper, which, if I were to go for a 3rd creeper, I didn't get any. But basically, what Looting is it's one of the more rare enchantments, and it lets a player achieve more drops from mobs. For example, Wither Skeleton Skulls have a 1% chance of actually dropping from killing a Wither Skeleton with just a base sword. But with Looting 3, it increases it from a 1% chance all the way up to a 5.5% chance. So Looting 3, one of the more useful enchants that you can only put on the sword, but is very, very useful. Now, I'm going to go over there is actually one enchant that I can't show you guys, mainly because it's a Java edition only, but I'm going to do that last. I'll tell you guys what it is and what it does, but I can't show you because it's a Java edition only. Otherwise, for the next enchant, I gotta sort this up a little bit. It's Fire Aspect 2. Now, Fire Aspect is basically it flames the sword, so every time you hit an opponent, it adds 4 seconds of burning per level. So with Fire Aspect 2, it's 8 seconds of burning. So once you hit the mob, for example, Creeper, you can come back out, spawn Creeper. Look, it just kills it, right? But if I were to use Fire Aspect on him, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he died. But it would have gone another 3 seconds of burning if he had more health. For example, I can't show you guys an Enderman, but if I could find the right one, pretty sure this is the right mob. Yes. So hit him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, I guess the 8th actually it counted, but it's 4 seconds per level, so it can go up to 8. And it's as taking environmental damage will cease a player's sprint, slowing them down. It is harmful against Endermen because it causes them, and it's very useful against Endermen mainly because it makes them teleport all over the place. Because if you notice, if an Enderman is on fire or even if it's raining, they'll just start teleporting everywhere and they won't stop. And Fire Aspect is very good for getting an Enderman to stay off you. And if you get a critical hit, which if you don't know what a critical hit is, it's better to show you with this. So, okay, so just keep an eye, like, down here, okay? Nothing, right? A critical hit is when you jump, boom. You see those little particles down there? They're, like, almost the same as the villager angry particles that you get. I'm actually going to clean up a little bit over here. But basically, it's just, it has an indicator to show you that you got a critical hit, which I have no clue how much extra damage it does, but it does extra damage, a critical hit. And a critical hit can be used with anything, like, literally anything. Like, I could spawn the creeper and critical hit him with a book. It just doesn't do anything, because it's just a book, unless the book for some reason it had Sharpness 5 on it. Not in the way you think, though. Like, not to enchant. Like, literally it does damage. But, otherwise, let's go on to the next enchantment, which is Unbreaking 3. Again, if you don't know what Unbreaking 3 is, all it does is it has Unbreaking is the same here as any other tools. It adds to the enchantment's tool health. It is possible to get it through normal enchanting methods, but it is kind of somewhat rare to get the higher Unbreaking 3, or no, the higher Unbreaking is like 2 and 3. To obtain, okay, well, in order to obtain Unbreaking on a sword more easily, the player should get an enchanted book or make an enchanted book, and I'll show you guys how to do that with a video coming out later today. At least I hope so, because I've got a lot of videos planned for today. But basically, you get an enchanted book, mainly, because it is somewhat hard to get it from enchanting table. Again, we'll go through that in another video. And once the Book of Unbreaking is created, it is possible to anvil it and combine the book with the sword, thus making the sword with Unbreaking on it it can have a power level up to 3. So yeah, I'm also rating this off the Minecraft wiki, so go easy on me. This is my first time making a video like this. Okay, now mending. Again, I don't know why I get like this. It's a little bit okay, I'm just kidding. But mending is, how do I put this? Because it's hard to okay. So mending is an enchantment that can be applied to any tool, weapon, piece of armor, anything that has durability on it. I didn't even enchant it yet. It is used XP orbs, not to count your experience, but if you are holding something that is like in your hand, so like physically, if my, okay, say I had a sword and a shovel here. My sword was full, my shovel had to be repaired. You have to hold the shovel to actually gain gain the mending process for it. And if more than one item is equipped, it will randomly choose between one of the 2 enchanted items. For example, if all of you, like say you had a 4-piece of armor, okay, no tools were broken, like at all. They're all full durability, but all of your armor pieces were half durability. They're half broken. It will choose between one of the 4 to actually like repair. So it can only go up to a power level of 1 because you can only really, it makes sense kind of, but not really. And only certain enchantments can not be combined with mending. And I will talk about those when they come up. Otherwise, that's it for mending. Now, I need to grab, that's not the right chest, another dummy sword, because I have 2 non-enchanted swords here. So I'm going to take these swords and put them there. So this sword right here in the middle is going to have Bane of Arthropods on it, which you might be wondering, when the hell is that for? Bane of Arthropods is probably the most useless enchant, because all it does is, it's a common enchant for swords. It could be applied to axes via anvil, or, well, I don't think it can be applied via enchantment table, but it can be applied axes via anvil. And the higher level, the greater the chance that, or not greater the chance, the greater damage it does against these mobs: spiders, cave spiders, silverfish, bees, and endermites. Bane of Arthropods increases the amount of damage dealt by these types of enemies. The effect adds 2.5 hearts of damage per level, and goes between 1 to 1.5 seconds of slowness 4 will be dealt to the arthropod, and the limit is increased by 0.5 seconds per level of an arthropods, up to 3.5 seconds, and it can have a power level up to 5. You cannot combine this with Sharpness or the next enchantment we're going to be going through, Smite. Now, what I mean you can't combine is you literally cannot, you can't put Bane of Arthropods with Sharpness. It's physically too overpowered. And Smite is the last enchantment, and all Smite is it's an uncommon enchantment for swords, which can also be applied to axes via anvil. And it deals more damage to undead mobs, including zombies, zombified piglins, or zombie piglins, skeletons, strays, husk, drowned, zombie horses, zombie skeletons, zombie villagers, phantoms, zoglins, wither skeletons, and withers. The Smite effect deals 2.5 hearts of damage per level, and it can have a power level up to 5, leading up to 12.5 hearts of damage, or 6.25% extra, or times damage to an undead mob, non-critical hit. You cannot combine with Smite or you cannot combine Smite with Bane of Arthropods or Sharpness. Now, the final enchant that I cannot show you guys because Minecraft was too lazy to put this into the game. It's called Sweeping Edge. It's a Java edition only, and this applies a damage multiplier to every enemy hit within an arc of a sweeping attack. So basically, I'm going to make a little dirt or grass cage here. Just give me a second here. Just a 2 high, you know. Now, and like that, like that, and now, I'm gonna go like that. Now, I'm gonna spawn like 14 million creepers in here. Now, if I were to, I'm gonna just not use the smite. I'll just use a dummy sword. This is basically what it does. You see, it hits the mob that you're selecting, right? So you have to hit all the mobs and kill them, you have to go like this. But with Sweeping Edge, all you do is you go here, and in a certain radius, most of the mobs will be hit via sweeping attack. And it's an enchantment that can only go up to a power level of 3. And the damage multiplier is increased with the enchantment level. So there you go. That is every single smite. I forgot creepers are not undead. But this is every single enchantment to get the God Sword. This is the God Sword right here. So if put aside all this stuff, the God Sword. I hate this game. The God Sword basically is Sharpness 5, Looting 3, Fire Aspect 2, Unbreaking 3, Knockback 2, Mending 1. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.